Hello, hello. This video is for women leaders who work within male dominated industries. My name is Jacqueline Twilley. I am the president at ZeroGap.co. At ZeroGap, we curate leadership learning and development programs for companies within male dominated industries. Today, we're talking about the topic of stepping into your power and playing big as a leader. So, to kick off today, I want to share with you one of the quotes that's been very impactful in a lot of leaders' journey. And this quote is by Theodore Roosevelt. Inside of the quote, you can apply this to your life. We are talking about the man in the arena, but if you identify with different pronouns, just swap out those pronouns as you listen to this. It is not the critic who counts, not the man who points out how the strong man stumbles or where the doer of deeds could have done them better. The credit belongs to the man who is actually in the arena, whose face is marred by dust and sweat and blood, who strives valiantly, who errs, who comes up short again and again. Because there is no effort without error and shortcoming. But who does actually strive to do the deeds? Who knows great enthusiasms, the great devotions, who spends himself in a worthy cause, who at best, in the end, knows the triumph of high achievement, and at the worst, if he fails, at least he fails while daring greatly, so that his place shall never be with those cold and timid souls who neither knew victory nor defeat. Again, that's the Man in the Arena quote by Theodore Roosevelt. So, as we dig into your leadership style, stepping into your power and playing big, that quote is so relevant because it requires you to step outside of your comfort zone and to do something new and to take a risk. So, I'm going to share with you 8 tips to help you step into your power. The first is getting comfortable with failure. It is a cliche to fail often and to fail fast. However, if you schedule time annually in your calendar where you're throwing ideas out in a failure time session, where you're taking chances and going big, you want to create an environment that failure is expected and accepted. Let me give you an example. When a kid is learning how to walk, it is expected and accepted that they will fall. They won't be successful on their first few attempts. So they're going to fall a few times before they get the hang of it. The same with riding a bike. How can you apply that to your business and your department, how you run things? Because you know, inside of the trial and error, that's where creativity and innovation thrive. The second thing is you just got to get up. You curate these experiences for you to go big and to fail. But in that, once you have the failure, your ego may be bruised. It might be a little bit of a setback, but how do you get back on track and keep going? That's the get up phase. Is right afterwards, are you going to triage? Are you going to have time where you assess what went right, what went wrong, and what you can do differently? Number 3, take inspired action. Now, as leaders, your actions set the tone for the people in your organization, those immediate team members, and those team members that maybe aren't direct reports to you. Your actions inspire others. So take inspired action in that you took a big risk and you don't just sit on the sidelines hoping no one noticed, but you acknowledge that, you share your lessons learned, and then you move forward. Number 4 is being brave. It takes bravery to take a risk, to get back up, and to follow it up with inspired action. So, in that, bravery is this undercurrent of all of the 8 steps that we're talking about. But it's particularly important as number 4 because the more people that become aware of what you're doing and the risks that you're taking, it's easy to start second guessing yourself. So, in stage 4, Be confident that you're being brave and you're taking risks and understanding that you're moving yourself closer to stepping into your power as a leader and going big. Number five, try again. That's right. You probably heard this before that if at first you don't succeed, you try and try again. It's the same thing in business. You might try a different way. You might try a different promotion. You might try offering a new service, whatever it is that's relevant to your business and your team's goals. But you do try again, maybe in a different way, or maybe try the same thing that you tried 2 years ago, but the timing wasn't right. The key here is try again. Number six, surround yourself with positivity. Oprah has a quote that says, surround yourself with people who push you to be the highest and grandest version of yourself. So, what are you doing to push yourself to be the highest and grandest? Are you hiring team members who are risk takers, who are innovators, who fit the values of the company? Now, I'm not talking about just groupthink and hiring people who all think the same. What I'm talking about here is working with a group of people who share common values that help you to unlock the steps that you need to take your goals. Number seven, going big. Sometimes you got to go well outside of your comfort zone. When I think about going big as a person who lives in Texas, where we say everything is big in Texas, and Dallas has the nickname the Big D. So everything in Dallas, everything in Texas is big. What that means for a lot of businesses in this area is that if they're going to do something, they're going to go all in. Right on the heels of a failure, it can be easy for you to want to shrink back and to take small steps. But that's a time where you go even bigger and you double down and you make calculated risk. And number eight, enjoy the journey. Now, this is the hardest part of it all. Enjoying the journey is one of those things that is very cliche. And in the moment, it is so difficult to do because you are in the arena. But as the quote says, the great devotions, the one who spends himself in a worthy cause, who at best knows in the end the triumph of high achievement, and at the worst, if he fails, at least while he fails while daring greatly. So that his place shall never be with those cold and timid souls who never knew victory or defeat. You'll never know victory or defeat, high achievement, or anything like that if you don't take the big risks, but also enjoy the journey along the way. So, these are our tips for leaders who are in male dominated industries to step into your power and to play big. My name is Jacqueline Twilley, president at ZeroGap.co. Again, at ZeroGap, we curate learning and development experiences for companies in male dominated industries. Until next time, continue to emulate excellence and eliminate excuses.